Our spring runoff is starting here. The analyst is already running muddy, and so they're going to be ramping this river up pretty shortly, I would imagine. Their schedule is dependent on how hot the weather is, okay? When this river gets up to 5,000, it's very, very dangerous to be in that river trying to wade it, okay? Well, 3 years ago, we lost a gentleman right down here.
Yep.
He got in the river and he was by himself, and they found him 2.5 miles down the river. So this river is very, very dangerous, so you want to take extreme caution when they start ramping that water up, okay? Okay, to start off this afternoon, we're going to keep you all together for one little session here, and it's going to be with Brad Ryan here. He's a local game warden, and he's going to talk to you about some of the rules here on the San Juan River and this quality water special fishing rules and what have you. So Brad, if you would, and then we're going to talk a little bit about etiquette and fish handling and stuff like that also. Okay, so Brad,
Anybody, Herb here's got the fishing proclamation, the rules and regulations. Everybody that wants one, raise your hand, he'll get one to you. These are basically for the entire state. First thing I want to recommend to you is we put a new one of these out every year. In February, this is when they come out. Make sure you pick up a new one every year, because we do change the rules and regulations every year for different stretches of water, so it's always good to familiarize yourself with it. You can pick one of those up any place you sell hunting and fishing licenses, Walmart, Kmart, any of your sporting goods stores and fly shops. So,
I got one, thank you.
the river is just mostly the restrictions along the San Juan River. From the dam upstream all the way down 4 miles downstream is an area of the river known as the quality water or the special restriction waters. That stretch of river is restricted to only artificial flies and lures. You cannot use any rubber worms or any live bait or power bait or salmon eggs or anything like that in that stretch of river. In addition to that, the first half mile down from the dam is a catch and release area only, which means you cannot keep any fish at all. You have to immediately release the fish after you get them landed. The remainder of 3.5 miles downstream, for right now, you can keep 1 fish a day, but it must be 20 inches or larger. And then, okay, you can catch and release all day long, all you want to. The reason we do that, because these fish get a lot of experience, they get caught a lot. We don't want their mouths getting all torn up. The flies we use up here on the San Juan are very, very small. 22s, 24s are pretty common. They're really hard to see, and those barbs are very small. You need to be extra certain that they are pinched completely flat. How we check it when we're out there on the river is we will take your tippet and make a loop, and we'll run it over that barb. And if I can pull 90 degrees to that barb and it hangs up, that's a barbed hook, whether you pinched it down or not. Okay? It's either barbed or it's not. If I can pull down and it hangs up and doesn't come off, you're going to get a citation for having a barbed hook. It has to slip completely off of that barb. Okay? And you can ask some of the local guys, we are very strictly enforcing that regulation. You got to make sure. Go to one of the fly shops here. They sell really good forceps for pinching those barbs down. Okay? In addition, make sure when you buy it, just because you buy the flies here at the local shops, all of the shops here sell only barbed flies. Every fly you buy in this area will have a barb on it. It's your responsibility to make sure that the barb is pinched down or removed completely. Okay? Any questions about the barbed hook stuff? Yes, sir.
Does it do anything detrimental to take a little file and like really smooth that off? Or is that just too time consuming?
Most of the time the flies are so small you can't get a file between the end of the hook. But yeah, that's what I do quite often is I just use a little file. On those real small hooks, if you got a small, like a, oh, what do they call that women use for? Emery board, yeah. You use one of those on the real small ones, it'll usually just break that barb right off in a couple of strokes, and that's a good way to go as well.
Okay.
Anything else? There's also another issue that we have on the San Juan that is commonly referred to as the San Juan shuffle. And that's when you are intentionally disturbing the bottom to attract fish. A good clean fly all the time, and you got the barb pinched down, and you're going to be okay up here and have a good time. No, if it's a fly, an artificial fly, you're okay.
Okay.
You cannot use any rubber insects or annelids that are meant to imitate the live animal.
Okay.
Like rubber frogs. You can't use